So it begins.
Yo, we are out here in New Hampshire at the end of our 2 weeks.
Our travel trip across the New Hampshire desert. Now the routine is done, we sort of thought like, what were the good things, what were the bad things, what would you change moving forward?
Yeah, I thought it was a piece of piss. All of it. No, running, look, honestly, honesty time.
Yeah.
5 a.m. wake up, super enjoy that. Love that shit.
Yeah, 5 a.m. is good. I think you're getting to seize the day, getting that extra time.
When we talk about these things to anyone, people, especially if you're introducing them to the idea of waking up early or seizing the day or optimizing your life, people are really
They're
against
really
it.
against it. They make every reason to say why they think that's a terrible idea. People will be like, you're like, oh, I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? You know, you're gonna get tired, it's gonna you up, blah, blah, blah. Why would you do that?
Thing is, it is first time waking up early is hard, but the rest,
It gets easy.
it gets easy.
It gets
It's like
easy
the cold
quickly.
shower.
I feel
Cold shower is definitely really difficult the first couple of times, but after
Especially if you go in cold from the start. If you go hot
Yeah.
to cold, it's really not that hard. I think one thing that we were talking about this before with the cold shower that I found really helped. If you try and like fight the feeling of cold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're trying to be like warm, trying to shaking and whatever, it just makes it worse. You've really got to embrace. You've really got to, let that cold wash over you and just like be cold.
you focus your mind into being like,
Into
this is
being
what
cold.
I'm going to do. You're 100% present with the shower. It's not gonna be comfortable, but it's not gonna last forever.
Definitely having a cold shower in the morning just wakes you up so much. Like there's no doubt about that at all.
Meditations.
Meditation.
I've been doing meditation a long time.
We've been
anyway,
doing
but
meditation for a while, but I think doing meditation in the morning is a good way to stay present
So moving on to Wim Hof method.
and Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. Blockages.
Yeah, blockages. Yeah.
We need to
Go for
delve a little bit further into that. We only did, the cold showers is part of that
It's
a little
part
bit.
of the Wim Hof,
but
yeah.
we did the breathing exercise, basically like a meditation kind of thing.
So you're basically on the floor.
Yeah.
You're taking real deep breaths in, trying to fill your lungs as much as possible, sort of, and then letting go and doing that about 30 times.
Well, when I first did it though, I was just amazed at there was no need to breathe after you've oxygenated
Wim Hof was right.
after you've oxygenated your body. And man, it was just the weirdest sensation. Like at first, like maybe the first 10 seconds, I was like, but it's just like a mental thing. And then
Once
I
you
was
get
like,
over that mental block,
I'm fine.
it's
I
a lot
can just
easier.
keep on being alive and not breathe. There's a little app you can get that has all the different exercises, but there's also paid parts of it as well, which I'm not about.
The free features in the app was still good though.
So the next thing, running.
It's got to be running. So running's probably one of the more interesting ones. We started running 5Ks every day, and then we set it up to 12Ks on one particular day. The story behind this.
We're about to go on a run instead of 5Ks. This is going to be 12.1. The longest I've ever run is 5.4Ks. So
About to go for a 12.1K run.
what's the point one about though?
Basically, I got a Snapchat from this friend of mine, and she said, I just got back from a 12K run. And I'm like, 12Ks? We got to outcompete at all costs.
Well, we're not going to take being beaten by...
Like, she runs 12, we run 12.1.
Yeah. No, we weren't going to have that.
Nothing against chicks, but
Yeah,
know.
we like to make friends with them after all.
after all,
Obviously, I didn't want to run 12Ks, but I saw this and I said, yes, we have
well,
to do this.
he understood.
It's not
There was
a matter of
there
choice.
was no choice involved in this. And then I tried running the following day, and my feet were still really, really sore.
Yeah,
like
I
I had
reckon.
clearly there was a minor like sort of stress injury there. In terms of running, I'd say yes, running is good, but like I don't think you want to overdo it like we did.
Running gives that mental clarity in the morning as well.
I think just some kind of morning exercise is just a good way to wake up. I feel like it probably doesn't matter really what you do.
So the next thing was
So
gym.
You were sort of saying that you felt like gym would be better earlier in the day. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Talk about
So I would going forward, I would put the run have that the same time, but obviously shorter, then go straight to the gym. Earlier you get to the gym, the better, because then you knock it over at the start of the day, and then you got the rest of the day to just focus. Also, you could probably even cut out the run and just go straight to the gym. Definitely going to the gym in the morning. Love that. You get to see all the old people as well. Absorb the culture.
Yeah, just the culture of old people in rehab.
I think when I was, just out of school or in school on those holidays or in uni, whatever, I would wake up like 10 a.m. if it was a day off. And I was just thinking, you don't really want to do that. You would rather seize the day.
Yeah, it's hard because you've got to, in order to seize the day, you've got to put on all that kind of catalytic effort in setting up the routine. It's really easy. That's why most people do it. Because if you don't put in place any of those structures, you just sort of slip into this pattern.
And it's momentum as well. What was the next thing?
What about, probably journal, I would have thought.
Journal.
If
anything like that I can recommend in this whole routine is everything, plus the journal is the best part.
You reckon the journal was the best part?
I have something about journaling that I just really liked.
Because you haven't really journaled before.
Nah.
Yeah, I did it, back when we sort of tackled a bit of a similar CEO routine once before.
Yeah. What it does is it frees you of all those little things that you get spun up in the day. Write it down, and then you regain the bigger picture. For me, that's what happened. Next thing, you schedule the day, schedule the next day. It doesn't take long once you've got the general idea.
Would you recommend doing the scheduling to other people? Like, what do you?
Yeah. I recommend this whole thing to other people.
Yeah.
But it's hard to recommend anything to anyone because if they're not actively already searching, they don't want to know about it.
I think for anyone who is interested in improving the productivity of their life, I think
if they've
taking a 2-week period to just try as many different things, try to stick to as many things, in a routine as possible. I think that's really valuable. Taking the easy path is almost always, the path that is going to make you less happy, or less
not
fulfilled.
Rather,
it's not fulfilling. So
it's not fulfilling.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah. That's better. That's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, like that. Yoga.
So I'd done a little bit of yoga before. This is sort of your first time.
I had a hard time too. Some of the things people can do where it's funny because all the videos are targeted towards females. Okay, girls, let's get our sexy bodies on.
The one I had, it was like, okay, yogis and beauties in the Pilates Summer Series. I'm Sarah Beth, whatever. And it's like, it's like, you just got to cop it, don't you? Wow. But it's a little bit of a.
But it's kind of like, no, none of the guys are doing. I'm getting ahead here. So, did you fight?
No.
Oh, just then? Or was that some other noise?
That was my shoe going
okay. Well, let's just talk about the social media thing now. So much more productive in my spare time. Because there's nothing to do on your phone, I would read a book. I mean, I'm waiting for something to cook. I'm just gonna read a couple lines. Bang, 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 bang.
Definitely with the social media, it's like you don't. I mean, I guess you do realize, but you sort of don't realize how often, when you got nothing to do, you just whip the phone out. When you force yourself to break that habit for 2 weeks, even if you don't continue to be completely off social media like we were, I don't think I'd recommend
Look, 2 weeks
getting
off
rid of social media completely, but
like we did,
but I would say do at least 1 week of no social media.
At least 1 week. Because 2 weeks is like you get the idea. Like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
2 weeks
now.
is
2 weeks is too much.
You could say it's excessive, but I mean, you're not doing it really any harm.
The effect now, we reinstall social media. We don't feel like, I've got a spare minute. I'm gonna go on Facebook and waste my life.
You don't feel like you're.
I don't feel pulled to it anymore.
You don't feel.
So, and I think some of our current audience, 6 subscribers.
Shout out to you guys. We're doing a giveaway. You got to be subscribed. You have to already be subscribed.
Yeah, without you guys, we would
be nothing. We are nothing because there's only 6 of you.
Wow.
Well, We're on the hustle. We're on the
So-
grind. Give us a break.
I know who you are. You're not gonna try this shit.
That's probably a good way to do it. Like, f you. You won't try this.
Well, that's what I was just thinking, because if I was watching this video,
I guarantee
I would be like,
everyone
you know
who
what?
watches this video will not try a single thing
Oh yeah,
because
Oath.
you're all.
all of you.
You are.
Minutes.
Also, reading.
bang, bang.
We didn't really
bang.
talk about reading specifically before bed,
Yeah.
so we should probably talk about that. But something that I didn't realize I was gonna love. You know,
Oh, the act of reading.
I
is-
actually really like you know, you don't realize how much information, like just these 2 weeks has got me excited about what books come out.
books. Yeah.
I'm like, am I a nerd now? But,
yeah,
but,
whatever.
Like, they're actually, I mean, we're talking non-fiction though, so
I was reading fiction. Nah, non-fiction.
we're talking Harry Potter fan fiction of a
Yeah,
sexual
Harry
nature
Potter.
for the most part.
Yeah.
So there's this one
Jar
where
Jar.
Shit. Nah, but reading is
Nah,
good.
but Hermione. I mean,
Hermione times Jar Jar Binks. You gotta watch that. Read. You gotta read that fan fiction.
it's got illustrations in it, doesn't it?
It's sort of a graphic novel, yeah.
Yeah. I want to wear long pants. That's one thing that I will change going forward. Is I wore shorts this whole time.
Also, I need to schedule time to fap to Grinch porn. Do you feel the same way, don't you?
I've. I feel like you have to see it.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're done.
See you later. Person walks up behind you talking to a camera.
Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it? It's almost like going into McDonald's and ordering something really retarded.
Or like a coffee or something.
Yeah, like a coffee. But like instead of regular milk, you